Welcome, travelers. I'm Josh.
And I'm Lee Wanika, and this is Tabletop Journeys, where we will be your not-so-humble guides on the quest for RPG adventures.
Welcome, everybody, back to Tabletop Journeys. We are back here once again with Mr. Brian Saliba from Troubadour Creative, and we're going to be doing our playthrough of the Monty Python Cocurricular Medieval Recreation.
Program.
Did I get that actually right?
No.
Close enough.
Cocurricular Medieval Reenactment Program. Man, yeah, it's even written right here on my character sheet. Like I could just the Monty Python Co-Curricular Medieval Reenactment Program. I'm so sorry, Brian. I will get that name right at some point when doing these episodes here. Like it's the keep changing up on you.
To be honest, the fact that the name is so ridiculous and complex that it makes people stumble on it constantly, including myself. I mean, it's kind of the point.
That's kind of the point. Exactly. Yep. Fair enough. Yeah. So,
and commit to the bid, buddy. Commit to the bid.
And of course I'm naturally, I've already wasted our one F-bomb for our PG-13 show. So there you go. So I guess we're already out of the gate, swinging for the fences, I guess.
I'll throw you a couple extra just in case.
Cool. So let's go around the room and let's introduce everybody who we're playing tonight. Michael, let's start with you. What do you got tonight?
So I am playing Toffee, the Enchanter. He is middle class. His element is earth. My traits are sorcery, wisdom in the ways of science, luck, nimble, and strategery. I'm currently fine, and my loony status is daft. As far as looks, I have a sort of a dark colored robe that covers everything. It is kind of toffee colored. I decided not to go with the bit where I'm constantly eating toffee because that's terrible radio. So instead, it's going to be like my Scooby snacks. The way that you get me to do things in the game is to give me a toffee as a reward for doing things for my liege lord, the king, or whatever you are.
Yeah, I like it. All right, Mr. Miller, how about you, sir?
I am playing Woosley Gillespie, the troubadour with the golden trumpet. It's not really gold. I colored it somehow. But the more important point is I love to play my trumpet.
All the way from Gillespie, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, and I am playing our Monarch. I am playing Count Nicholas the 7/8. Count Nicholas is my primary stats are authority, purpose, strategy, valor, of which I have a glorified wooden bucket as a helmet, and of course my man service, Chaz Monger. He does lots of things, but he has a very special wooden churn of bodily substances that gives us all sorts of fun traits on things. I very much as far as like looks, I look like your typical kind of like noble person. I wear lots of red, for after all, red is the color of prophecy. Red always foretells brilliant things, and so he wears lots and lots of red. Along with his brown pants.
All right.
Already get the brown pants?
Sure.
Excellent.
So a couple of follow-ups. Toffee.
Yes.
What do you have any items on your person or anything in particular that someone upon meeting you for the first time is likely to notice?
I have a shrunken head as my accoutrement for my sorcery. I imagine that since I am an enchanter that I probably constantly have that in my hand, almost maybe like I dangle it by like a tied up hair thing and almost like a divining rod. Sometimes I use it to tell me which way to go. So that's probably the first thing people would notice.
Great. Okay. And Woosley, two things. What class did you choose?
I am a troubadour with skill in bardistry. I am quite lucky. I am full of hardiness. I too am wise in the ways of science.
Right, but that is your
She practically
situation.
blinded me.
Yeah. What is your
Oh, yeah.
class?
Troubadour.
Nope. That's
No.
your
Oh.
situation.
Oh,
Upper, lower, or
I'm
middle?
upper class, of
Yeah.
course.
And is there any piece of equipment or anything that one, or clothing or something that one couldn't help but notice upon meeting you for the first time?
I am often found with an astrolabe, my trumpet, of course. And I have a book that I tend to keep with me. It happens to be the book of man, my handwriting is terrible. Trajan's lore of
Woodland creatures. I have the same one.
Woodland creatures,
We
yes.
probably share copies.
yes,
We've got a little book club.
That's right.
Yes.
club.
And Josh,
Yes, sir.
items on your person that one
Yeah.
would notice.
So obviously, my revered ancestral helm of the a long handed down relic from the Number Wang family. We have this. A lot of people think it's a wooden bucket, and it is a helmet that is useful for multiple purposes. But there is power in a helmet of this kind. He does also carry a large tome, which when he is looking to determine kind of like what the right way to go, and when he consults the ancients, so to speak, he has a Domesday book where he would see the wisdom of elders that have come before. And often that means that he needs to levy taxes on people to get more money. Basically, is what the prophecy often says. So,
Right. The ancestors would have it no other way.
no, totally, absolutely, yeah. Long tradition in the Number Wang family of taxing people.
Yeah. All right. So I am Brian, your head of light entertainment, for this evening, but I will be, as per the rules of the program, portraying one of 18 heads of light entertainment personae. And we rolled a die on in the previous session to determine which one I would be portraying, and that ended up being Ewan McGundatir, this fine fellow here.
Perfect. I love it.
See, I can
Excellent.
probably
Wonderful British teeth.
position it right
Yeah.
there.
Perfect.
Hello. So, part of what you, the participants, are tasked with, if you so choose, you can ignore it if you like, but it's trying to figure out what it is that makes Ewan McGundatir tick. Because if you do things that he fancies, then you will receive merits. And if you do things that he doesn't fancy, you will receive demerits. And if you amass enough demerits, then you will suffer a beshrument. And we'll get to that when it happens. Now, you are fortunate in that Ewan is one of the more forgiving heads of light entertainment. So it takes 5 or more demerits to earn a beshrument. So you don't need to write that down. You just need to let me know as you're collecting demerits if you hit 5. Because that means it's beshrument time.
All right.
Now, what you do know about Ewan that might get you started is that he is gregarious, at times outrageous, and he's a Scot. He's a Scotsman through and through.
Is he wearing a kilt?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Tells me everything I need to know about everything else that's going on there.
That's right. And I'll show you everything else.
Right.
It's all there. So That is Ewan, and he is going to be. He is in charge of programming for the BBC at the moment, and will be conducting this program. So
I like it.
it should become apparent which things he does and doesn't like as we proceed, but can also be if you go too long without doing something that he does like, he can get impatient. So it's not just avoiding the things he dislikes actively. And right. All right. Just refreshing myself on Ewan's particular sensibilities. All right. So we have also decided beforehand which quest you brave adventurers will be embarking upon. And that is where we'll start things. So you three, four, including the manservant.
Chaz, correct, yes.
If we even include that, include him.
He's basically an accoutrement, really, at the end of the day.
You're a really fairly well-heeled adventuring party with two upper class, rather posh fellows, and then a middle class enchanter tailing behind. And you are traveling down a road in merry old, in search of adventure, I should think, or maybe just people to tax.
Well, I mean, surely whoever we would meet along the road here, I am most likely out looking for fortune of the philosophical sort, trying to see who do we meet and what may that foretell for my future. You know.
Oh, don't we talk posh? Take a demerit.
Getting right started. I see.
And just a subtle reminder that demerits and merits, for that matter, have nothing to do with my personal assessment of your role-playing or reenactment capabilities. You may be absolutely knocking it out of the park like you just did with that opening monologue. It was perfectly on brand. So that's not me knocking it. It's Ewan.
Yeah.
All right. So rounding a bend in the road, you come across an old fieldstone wall that is running along either side of the road. And sitting on the wall is a tall fellow, or sitting on the wall is a tall fellow in rough homespun. He's wearing a floppy, cylindrical straw hat. He has a piece of straw in his mouth. He's quite dirty, and the wall is tall enough that his legs dangle above the road, and he's kicking them idly and singing a very strange song about the moon, the moon, the moon, and the cows, and the cows, and the cows. Oi, boy, boy. And next to him, there is a sign that says, ask me about adventure.
I say, my good man, I hear, according to I read on your sign that you are a holder of some adventure.
Okay.
That wasn't a question, sire.
No.
That was a statement. You're supposed to ask.
And
Surely the question is implied within the statement.
so this fellow is he offers a beatific empty-headed grin and holds his hand out. This is a well-calculated, weaponized request for alms, and it is aimed directly at you, Count Nicholas. So we are right away entering into contestation, which is how this program refers to combat. But don't think of it necessarily as combat where it's needs to be overcome with violence, or even if once it is overcome, the person is hurt, injured, or even your enemy. If you overcome a contestation with, say, glibness or any of several successful stratagems, the person might actually be your friend afterwards. You've overcome their reluctance or whatever it is. So as we enter into this, this fellow has fired off the first arrow across the transom for against or toward you, King. So you need to make a glibness roll.
Okay. So glibness is not one of my abilities, so it would start at a D12. Is that
D4, sir?
Nice D4. Okay, cool.
Nice try.
It's worth a shot. I mean, I figured, I'm the king. I figured that, all right.
Oh, putting on airs, are we? Taking a merit.
I see. Okay. That's a 3 on my D4, please.
All right. That is. So you have, with your failed glibness roll, you have failed to come up with a quick excuse, and you hand over to this fellow, who it's now readily apparent is a village idiot. You hand over half of whatever currency you have.
Well, surely a subject as loyal as Woosley would pay the debt instead.
Oh, pulling rank, are you? Take it, Mayor. Okay, so
His Majesty is clearly within the capabilities of paying within his budget. And for you, sir, I would be happy to offer you a song on my trumpet.
So, and that you can absolutely do that, Woosley. But at this point, the action is sort of shifted over to you guys. You can all take a turn. This fellow is an obstacle of some sort to finding out what the adventure is or whatever. So you can overcome this in however way you like. You don't necessarily have to tell me what sort of trait you're using. You can just describe what you're doing, and it's kind of up to me to decide which traits are being used. If you have a particular one in mind, certainly preferred if you could describe your actions in such a way that I can glean what you're going for instead of, I'm going to use my strategy against him, right? Yeah. Which does the story very well. So over to you guys in whatever order you like.
Right. Yeah, I did throw him 10 rolls of cheese first. Like that's I threw him 10 rolls of cheese first. Right. Yeah, and then directed Chaz to start making more in his churn of bodily substances, because clearly this is going to be a high cheese adventure.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing scrumptious about that. So I said what I said and begin playing a song on my trumpet with fanfare, but a song of the people.
Great. Okay. And what is the intent behind this this song? What are you hoping? What kind of effect are you hoping to have on this fellow?
I'm hoping to distract him from trying to exact funds from me.
Okay.
And make him happy enough to tell us what adventure lies ahead.
All right. So that's going to challenge his purpose, and it'll be your bardistry against his purpose.
Okay.
Challenging what he's about.
So that's a D16.
Mm-hmm.
That has way too much roll for my... it literally keeps rolling off my desk. I guess I will have to use my handy-dandy... dice box. 14 with my bardistry.
Okay, very nice. That is successfully done. He is momentarily distracted by your trumpeting. So that will count as one successful deed against this fellow. However, it takes more than one to overcome this particular challenge. So, who's up?
All right. Toffee will step forward, give the sort of a slight bow to this man. So truly, you are a man of wisdom and science, as am I. What can you tell me of adventure?
All right. So I think I heard that you want to use wisdom in the ways of science.
Yes.
In order to dazzle him, confuse him.
I'm trying to appeal to his sense of wisdom as I see him also as a man of science.
Got it.
So I'm trying to parlay a acquaintanceship between us.
Great. Well, he does give off that vibe, doesn't he?
He does.
However, just as you're putting forth this argument, he holds his nose and blows real hard, and large expectorations of earwax go flying in both directions. And he laughs about it. Absolutely zero effect.
Yeah. Perfect. I will turn to the king. Sire, I believe this man is too intelligent for us to bard wits with. We must apply to his baser sensibilities.
Well, Chaz, first of all, collect that earwax. We'll need that later. And then you heard Toffee. Debase yourself.
I think.
Okay. Sounds like maybe using authority.
Absolutely, yeah. To convince Chaz to appeal to this man's baser sensibilities.
What does Chaz do?
Chaz, if he's very, very smart, so Chaz does have a chessboard with him. So I would imagine that Chaz would break out his chessboard then, and begin setting it up.
Okay.
Maybe try to lure him into a game of some wit and standing.
All right. So your authority versus his strategy.
Fantastic. Let's see. Got to figure out which one of these is my 18-sided die. That's what I got to do.
I believe on the DCC dice, you grab the one that has a line under it, and it's usually the top number or something like that, maybe.
Oh, okay. I see.
I know that's what works with the D16.
Yeah. I think that you are... That's the 14. Sorry, it's a brand new set. I just picked it up earlier today, and I'm not sure. I don't know what's what.
So I actually don't have a D18 in my DCC, so I have all the others, but I have pulled up an online roller for my 18.
Yeah.
Or just roll a D20 and reroll 19s and 20s.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's a 9 for my authority.
You know what? Michael, I think you are correct with that, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So he looks at the chessboard and looks at Chaz and looks at you and goes, and you've failed to.
Is he a Gumby?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm +1 on traits to Gumbies.
Oh, okay. Then no, he's not. Okay. And let's see. This time, he is going to turn to Woosley. And he performs an astounding act of blithering idiocy. In this case, actually, this will affect all of you. He messes his trousers and falls backward off the wall, and lands in a mud pit and rolls backwards into a tree, and an apple falls from the tree and hits him squarely in the crotch. And you, Now, all of you,
It's outstanding.
this is
fabulous.
such an astounding act of idiocy that anyone who can't work out how such a thing might safely be performed is going to suffer some bits of loony. Now, what that means is this is challenging all of your strategy.
Strategy. I'm fantastic at that.
So you'll all have to make a strategy roll.
I got a 12.
Clearly, I was much more focused on the dazzling, ornate choreography of the event, and in my mind trying to write a song because all I could muster for figuring out how it was done safely was a 1.
That's a 7 for me.
Okay, so a couple of things that we have to work through here.
Yes.
Toffee, your well-educated mind is able to come up with a profound strategy for how that might be accomplished.
Absolutely.
Count Nicholas,
Yes.
you are absolutely astounded. It has shifted the everything you knew about the natural world to see someone perform such an outrageous act of idiocy.
Fantastic.
It is so rocked your mind that you are going to suffer 2 bits of loony.
So I'm from sensible to barmy. Got it. Okay.
All right. And Woosley, the same is true for you, plus you spammed your roll.
Yes, I spammed it.
Which means you, in addition to that, are going to take a demerit.
Aw.
And if you don't have strategy as a trait, correct?
I do have strategy as a trait.
Okay, so then you're also going to move strategy 1 degree toward the silly side.
Okay. I'm a bit too, really.
And now it's back over to you.
Since you're down there and you're in the hollow, and fouled, perhaps we can discuss where this adventure you have a sign. It asks a question. We have questions. We need answers. You have answers because of the sign. So would you be kind enough to let us know where we might find said adventure? And I think that this is probably the best way for you to correct your whole situation.
Okay, so are you attempting to use glibness here to just sweet talk him out of it, or is this more an argumentation thing?
Yes, I think I am being glib and trying to just fast talk him into just giving up the goods.
All right, great. So make your glibness roll.
Excellent. And wait a minute, I don't have glibness as a.
Enjoy your D4, sir.
Yes.
Excellent.
25% chance to, what's it called when you get a
Struth.
Truth that roll.
And truth it shall be. Speak unto me, sir. Tell me exactly what I wish to know.
All right. So now having Struth, that means that you're going to roll a D6 and add that result to the 4 you just rolled.
2.
All right. So a total of 6, and right, that's enough. And that is the second successful deed against this fellow, and he suddenly stands up from the mud pit and takes the piece of barley out of his mouth that he was gnawing on and holds it in a kind of erudite fashion. And walks over and says, good afternoon, gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed your lesson in idiocy. I, of course, am a professional idiot. I've been honing and perfecting my craft for a number of years, and in fact operate a school of idiocy not far from here. Thank you. Thank you. It is rather important, of course, that people understand that idiocy is not, say, the result of sudden pressure on the brain due to imbalance of bodily humors. Sure, the average punter can mess his trousers, but only the seasoned professional idiot can infuse the act with a sense of dramatic irony, flecked with subtle hints of pathos and yearning, in order to achieve a transcendent effect on the he's prattling on
Yes.
about idiocy in general.
Well, it is where the apple may fall that the ruler shall rise from. So I see, truly there is a greatness in the act that you were performing here.
I am confident that your school of idiocy will raise great leaders of nations for years to come. When we least expect it, they will just pop up out of nowhere.
Well, I thank you. Thank you.
So, the adventure.
The adventure, yes. So, I am the chief village idiot. Name is Arthur Figgis. And I have been elected the head of the committee of concerned courtiers of our fine fiefdom. You are, of course, in the fiefdom of Middlesex.
Yes, of course.
And
I frequently find myself in the middle of sex.
Oh, that's great! Take a merit. Well done, that. And I dare say we do have a spot of bother on our hands. It seems that there is a ravenous beast on the loose, and it's been tearing villagers limb from limb, and it's making a terrible mess. And there's far fewer people to contribute alms to the school of idiocy, and it's quite a calamity, and we are in need of brave adventurers.
Will we do?
I am as brave as they come.
Right. Now, you wouldn't be planning to how does your sort put it? Busk in the village, play for alms, play for tips. Would you now?
I can assure you that we have no plans of anything.
Ah, good. And the trumpeter as well.
I never play for tips. I only play at establishments that have hired me, contracted, residencies, occasionally pop-up events for the right sort. So never so base as to be on a corner for meager alms. Essentially, if it's not enough to take care of the week's rent, then I will not perform.
Wonderful. Then we'll have no uncomfortable situations.
Absolutely. But if somebody does happen to want to throw me a few ducats, then I'll take them. I rarely say no.
So we've actually just today, this morning, poor Randall, the rhubarb farmer, has gone missing, and we fear the worst.
Randall the rhubarb farmer has run off now.
Well, let's hope he's merely run off, as opposed to being torn limb from limb and his entrails scattered around the rhubarb farm.
Chaz, keep an eye out for those.
Random entrails found?
I've not
trails of entrails, perhaps?
I've not conducted an investigation myself. My position as the head of the committee of concerned courtiers is to take this position on the road and encourage passersby, adventuring types, to embark upon this brave endeavor.
Yes.
Excellent.
So I'm
We'll
afraid
follow the trail of entrails then.
it will fall to you to conduct the investigation. But proceed down this very road, and you will be in our fine village of Hounslow, in the fiefdom of Middlesex. And there, I'm sure you'll find those willing to answer questions and offer what aid they can.
Fair enough then. Could I have my cheese back?
Sorry, the alms you proffered to me for my idioting.
No, never mind.
Of course.
Sire, you have not yet taxed this man. Perhaps a cheese tax?
That is true. I did not take my share of the alms. Have you claimed that as income yet, Figgis?
I've not filed yet.
Ooh,
you can file
and this
now.
late in the season?
You could. I'd be happy to go ahead and wield my my royal authority and allow you to file now without further penalty. However,
Such largesse.
All right. Well, this sounds a bit aggressive. It sounds like you're making an attack.
Perhaps. I mean, that's sure.
All right.
I'd say it's more like a withdrawal, but attempted withdrawal anyways.
Right.
All right. Then your authority, sir.
Only a 9 on my authority. Clearly.
So I do have a quick question, if I can ask here. Does this system allow any sort of like help action? Like, can I do something to modify his role versus rolling my own check later?
There are some situations that have that as a spiffing serious ability.
Okay.
But I'm certainly open to all sorts of creative ideas.
Right.
So
I don't necessarily have one at the moment. I was just curious about how the system worked because I didn't remember reading that. So, okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Creative ideas and interesting approaches are likely to earn you an intercourse the dice and skip the dice rolling altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably just be playing a song, something like "Place those pennies on your eyes" before you die, because he's the tax man.
Great. So let's have your bardistry then.
Excellent. And we are rolling a d16 again, not the d24.
I think he struthed the roll, or what the other thing?
Spammed it. Yeah.
Spam.
Spam. Okay, so that's a demerit.
Stop helping, we'll see.
And Toffee.
Just a little out of tune.
Yes. I think I'm content just to watch this play out. I don't think I need to get involved here.
Great.
Well done. Thanks, Toffee.
Good call.
Okay. Well, now
it in my mind.
you are now engaged in a contestation with Arthur Figgis when he is off the job. So whenever he is encountered, he's either on the job or off the job, and you've already overcome his on the job side.
Yes.
But now you've started an off the job contestation, which is fantastic. And here he is. Arthur produces a wall from beneath the king, and forces you to fall off it. This is a lesson in idiocy. So
I see.
This is you'll need to make a nimbleness or hardiness roll, your choice. to either land deftly or keep your wind when you hit the ground.
So did my authority roll not do anything to
It did.
to convince? Oh, it did. Okay,
Yeah.
this is where we are. Okay, got it. You said nimbleness or what now?
Hardiness.
Cool. Well, I'll take hardiness. Since while that's a D4, I don't have a -1 on it.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like.
And remember, you can always substitute luck for any kind of defense.
You know what? I will take luck then in this case because I've got a +1 on that. Still a D4, but at least it's a +1. So that's a 4, not a rolled 4, a modified 4.
Okay. Nope, afraid not. So off you go, and poof, you land very hard on the ground, and that's 1 bit of death.
Oh,
and he says, and that, sorry, now you have a much stronger grasp of the inherent tact, the demands of idiocy in a way that proves why we should, of course, be exempt from all taxes. So over to you guys.
Lesson learned.
I'm gonna pick myself up and dust myself off, trying to look very dignified in my fall, and say, just make sure you've properly filed at the end of the season, then and carry on.
All right. So off you go, and Arthur Figgis, you look back and you see him get back into character. He's back on the job, and he's on the wall, mooning away and cooing and howling at the moon and reciting nonsensical limericks as you lot march off.
Do you think he legitimately soiled himself just for the show?
Oh, it's one of his. Takes very special training, years of practice to do it properly. So
I'm sure you do this.
Having successfully overcome Arthur, you enter the town of Hounslow, and it's got some cottages, a village green, a couple of shops, and a pub called the Pub, and a few farmers and merchants trundling about, and everyone looks very edgy. They startle easily, and they're always looking over their shoulders as they're walking around, and when they come to the corner of a building, they're peeking around it before proceeding. Clearly, the specter of this beast is haunting this poor village.
Well, we know that the gentleman missing is a rhubarb farmer. Is there a grocer in town, or perhaps a vegetable cart that we may be able to get information on Randall? Yeah,
one of the fellows in the village square is a farmer. He's got a barrow full of onions that he's trundling very quickly across the square, looking terrified as he goes.
All right. I say, good man. I'd like to have a word with you.
All right.
We were brought in town here to help with some sort of situation, looking after some Randall fellow.
Oh, yeah. Who are you?
My name is Count Nicholas the 7/8.
Oh, right. Yeah, Randall. He's a rhubarb farmer.
Yes. Any idea? I heard he has been absconded with in some way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, his wife came into town this morning, screaming, crying, saying, he's gone, the beast has got him. Poor Randall.
What do you know about this beast?
I doff my hat and hang my head low.
Oh, what's wrong with his neck?
It's tired from playing his trumpet outside of town. We would not play it in town. We'd out of town.
Oh, right. Right. What was the question?
Where can we find Randall's home?
Oh, right. Yeah, it's over. It's that way. Over that hill there. Down the lane.
And did his wife go back to the home, or did she stay in town?
I don't know. I haven't seen her. We could try the pub.
My God, is everyone? Everyone seems a little nervous in town here. Is it because of the beast? Is that what has everyone on edge, including yourself?
Well, yeah. I mean, if there was a giant beast carrying people off and ripping them from the bums to the chins, yeah, I think you'd be a little scared.
Totally. Just wanted
start at the bums.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose they might start at the chin. Has anyone seen this beast in action? Do we know that he starts at the bum?
Oh, I've look, between you and me, it's all part of a French plot. See, the French behind it. Yeah, you see,
Sacre bleu!
They've imported exotic animals from all over the world and are sprinkling them around England. While everyone's distracted, they'll take over. Yeah, don't believe me? How do you explain the man-eating water buffalo terrorizing Plymouth?
Water buffaloes in Plymouth?
Yeah, man-eaters.
Are water buffaloes French?
I don't know.
Oh, that one certainly is.
They're probably from the Alps.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
All right.
Are the Alps French?
You haven't heard about that? About
French
all the exotic beasts roaming the land, tearing people apart.
You know, a man of my station does not often hear. That's why we come out to go ahead and speak with the people, is to go ahead and see what they are being.
Oh, aren't we lucky that you've deigned to interact with us, poor sods. Yeah, he's right. That's you're putting on airs again. Take a demerit.
Listen, Ewan. It's who I am.
My good man. I travel with him. It's difficult enough. But we do get to see some nice things, and we get to help good people like yourselves. You've given us some good information. Is there anything you can tell us? Like, is there a ward or maybe a town expert we might turn to in these times of trouble?
Oh, well, you know, our Lord, Reverend Nesbitt, he's gone. He's had a bit of problem with the Pope. So now the whole fiefdom's administered by the church. But those monks, they don't do anything. They're beastly boring. Yeah. So we fend for ourselves. Yeah. We formed a committee and put our top man in charge. That's
and who might that be?
Figgis?
Figgis.
Yes.
Yeah, Arthur Figgis. He's our top man. Put him in charge of the committee.
That's the committee of concerned
courtiers. Yeah.
Courtiers. Yeah. Cock then.
Oh, yes. He's got it. Take a minute.
That took me far too long. So he's in charge. He's on the wall. He sends us here. We meet people here. He's definitely the person who would know, but he's just asked for us to do it. That makes us the experts. Excellent. And we go that way to find the home of the most recent person who's taken.
Yes, but I think we should visit the pub first. It's closer after all.
Pub.
It's right there.
I'm practically parched. Care to join us?
Oh, you buying?
Well, they won't let me busk on the street, but I'm sure I might be able to play a song in there to get you a pint.
All right. What do I do with me onions?
Bring them in.
Bring me onions in the pub? All right.
Someone will have a martini.
Oh, I fancy a wee dram myself sometimes. Take a merit. Okay. So he's coming along with you. His name's Henry.
Sounds very French.
We've got Henry and the 7/8.
Not only he's Henry.
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 Second verse, same as the first. I'm Henry the Eighth. Oh, yeah, right? Yeah.
Yep. So it's about midday, and the pub is doing a fair trade with locals scarfing down their midday meal, and engaged in a lot of whispered conversations. It's clear everyone has theories, and everyone has seen the beast, and everyone knows what's really behind it, and so there's plenty of activity. And of course, as you can imagine, the arrival of strangers, especially such well-heeled ones, causes everyone to stop immediately and look your way. And furthermore, let's see who's running the joint. Okay. So the proprietor is an athletic sort, and he can't seem to keep his finger out of his nose. And he comes up to you and says, "Oh, my lord, welcome to me pub. We're honored.
And you are?
A king. Ron, obvious.
Ron Obvious. Are you in any way related to the onion farmer we brought in?
Henry.
Henry?
No. We were young. We experimented, but that don't make us kin, do it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
In fact, it's best if it don't.
I've been working on a delicious new brew. Would you be so kind as to try it?
You know what? I will take you one further, and he'll look back at Chaz, and he'll ask for several rolls of cheese, and say, "Could I perhaps buy a round for the entire house?" And turn my luck here.
Oh yes, absolutely. Oh, that's most kind of you, and the whole assemblage. Oh well, huzzah! And his lordship. Oh, here and brews all around, and turns to you and says, distributes all the ales, and a few people are coming over and glad handing you, and
Yes.
or really kind of more groveling. I mean, you are a king,
Sure,
or a
yeah.
count, so they're
The crowd's like the same.
groveling and kind of you, thank you, sir.
Yep. Yes.
And Ron gives the three of you a mug of his newly made concoction. Says, "So what you think?"
Yeah.
I want to like swirl it in the glass, smell it, dip a pinky, taste it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you two guys do?
I'm waiting for Toffee, the wisest among us in the ways of science to make his determination as far as what this may be.
Okay.
I'm kind of like a peasant. I'm kind of the grovelers. I'm busy with the grovelers while I'm kind of keeping an eye on Toffee, trying not to answer Ron's question.
Okay. So Toffee, you'll need to make a hardiness check.
Hardiness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that, so I'm going to default to luck.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a unnatural 14.
Oh, okay. Oh. I forgot you're are you bearded?
Yes, I did not describe it. I have like mutton chops that hang down really low, but I have like the opposite of like a long goatee. So I have like long mutton chops. But my chin is actually clean.
Okay. So you've just sort of done
Yes.
a little, taste test. It is so utterly revolting that you are on the cusp of regurgitating whatever you had for breakfast. But Ron is leaning so closely, so intent on your reaction that his breath, strong as it is, just so happens in that moment, pure happenstance, out of luck, happens to blow your mutton chops into your nose and give it a little tickle. And when you're done messing with that, the nausea has passed.
Oh,
Your luck has saved you from a unfortunate reaction.
this, sir, is exquisite.
It's so nice of you to say. We did work hard on it.
A humble man as myself, I am not worthy of this draft. Your lordship, Count, please.
We'd be so honoured. We've never had someone of your station, sir, in our pub, let alone having my own dear drink.
Do I have any indication that Toffee is selling me a bill of goods with this?
It's up to you.
I mean, I was kind of keeping an eye on him. And
you did say you were busy with the grovelers.
Yeah, right. Yeah, fair. Okay. All right. Well, then I will roll my luck and try to, because I have neither hardiness nor.
So you're going to take a big swill?
No, I mean, we do very dainty, like pinky out swills. We don't do,
right.
So I will perhaps run it under my nose a little bit to get the aroma fully into my nose before taking a, and perhaps even to try to get on Ewan's good graces. I'll raise a mug and to Ewan, which won't make sense to anybody in the room, but perhaps, and then just a very dainty sip,
Mm-hmm.
Pinky out. I spammed the roll. Now I'm a +1 to luck, so it's a 2, but
He spammed it.
Okay. That's going to be a demerit.
Yeah, cool. That's 5. So.
Okay. Now, something really rare and interesting is going to happen. So, when you use luck for your defense, if you spam it, it's an automatic beshroomment in addition to the demerit.
Oh, cool. Right.
So, double beshroomment?
You were about to experience the rare wonders of a double beshroomment.
This is going poorly.
So, you, sir, we are going to need 2 separate D30 rolls.
Okie dokie.
You and Magunda Tier said, "Oh, that's enough of this one. Oh, I've had it."
I toasted him. All right. Do I want to roll high or low just to give me some guidance here? High. I want to roll high. All right. That's a 5 to start.
Okay.
Things are unraveling fast now, boy.
That's another 1.
All right.
Yeah. On my second beshroomment roll.
Okay, so on the first one, a knotted handkerchief appears on your head.
Oh God, I'm a Gumby.
And that's all for the nonce. Your second one, through the roof of the pub comes a giant foot.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and a colossal foot in woolen knee socks squashes you, accompanied by the sound of dying bagpipes.
Yeah.
You are no more.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
So, your options, you can,
It's been fun, gents.
Yeah.
well, you can toss Chaz in the way, which really, what you should be doing actually is promoting Chaz, or grabbing a non-participant character and having a new one. But given that we're on a time schedule, I'll allow you to just have Chaz be squashed and your king stay in it.
I will sacrifice Chaz, who really should have drank the beer in the first place, but that's a separate issue. I mean, the fact that he let me drink it is clearly Chaz was bereft in his duties anyway. So the heavenly podiatrist has sent a message that such insubordination it clearly can only be punished with a soul rending action. SOLE. Yeah, that's
nice one. So
yeah,
and then the foot ascends, and it's Chaz is sort of dripping off of the heel, and up it goes into back into the sky. You can turn in all your demerits and start fresh. From here on, and right, and everyone's sort of
as that happens,
mm-hmm.
I will look at the dark besocked foot as it retreats to the skies, and I'll say, "That Frenchman has returned to Old Orchard Beach." And then I'll walk around the pub, with my mug held high, toasting to everyone, not drinking in between, hopefully shaking as much of this foul liquid out of it as I possibly can in a way that is not noticed as I celebrate with as many people as possible.
Oh, you don't take a drink then? Take a demerit.
Oh,
I was hoping to not get caught.
So
escapes the eye of Magundatir.
Yeah. So Ron, is the rhubarb farmer's widow here? Is she in the pub with us?
Yeah, she's over there.
All right. I want to lean in conspiratorially. Now, has there been any rumors? Has she been touching another man's rhubarb?
Oh, well. He says, between you and me,
just us right here. Just us.
So I don't know about Matilda, but that Queen Guinevere, she's gone missing again, you know. Wouldn't be surprised if she turned up around here, thinking Middlesex has something to do with orgies.
Wait, it doesn't?
No.
Oh,
No,
disappointing.
I think she would be too. She's a randy one, yeah? Might even have something to do with the beast.
The beast?
Yeah.
Ooh, we're after a beast with two backs.
Could be.
Lovely chat. Nice talking with you.
That's the scuttlebutt.
All right. I will slide over one of my gemstones and doff my cap at him.
Oh, no. So please. that money's no good here.
It's not good most places, so please take some of it.
And he hands the king a bill for the round that he bought, and the destroyed roof, and says, "At your convenience, my lord."
Dare I ask how much the bill is for?
Well, I think the bigger problem is that he doesn't accept cheese.
Oh,
right.
The currency that he accepts is upper class twit trading cards.
Yeah. And how many does he want?
Oh, 20, you'll cover it.
Right. Well, all right. So
what in the world could that be? And I'm getting the F out of there.
Well, I will consult. I really don't have any other options here. I will consult the Doomsday Book, which will allow me to consult the words of the ancients, and I will I'll make an authority roll, because that many shopkeepers must hand over D10 pieces of currency for taxes. So I will levy some taxes
on the whole village.
I mean, you know what? These things are important. It's like because
Boo!
because the holy foot of the Lord is a sign, and surely he means for everybody in the village to go ahead and cover the bar tab. So
okay, so of course the dice.
At this point,
enter of course the dice. That's rather cheeky. Gets a tab and taxes everyone else. Oh, that's great. So that just works.
Nice. I love it. Perfect. Okay. So I'll roll my D10 then. Because I get.
You don't have to roll at all.
You don't have to roll.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Well then, fabulous. Yeah.
Yeah. So all of the villagers, all of whom are purveyors of something or other.
Sure.
In a village this size, like there's everyone has to grow or make something. They all grumble and mutter and begin paying over their the taxes levied by the Domesday Book.
Perfect.
Can Wolseley stop the wife from making her payment and just pay with trading cards for her?
Oh, sure.
And I would like to use that as my in with her to say, I've got this. And then so that she'll hopefully provide some more useful information to us.
Oh, it's so kind of you. Oh, it's been such a morning. So great. Yeah, you're well. You're in with her for sure. In the meantime, Count,
yes.
you are you're awash in
trading cards,
currencies of all kinds. Plenty to cover off the bar tab.
Brilliant.
And so meanwhile, Matilda is in tears and sobbing over. You can't tell if it's over her husband or whether it's joy from not having to pay taxes.
Clearly, that which is most dear to your heart is what's weighing on you. There, my dear. There, my dear.
She looks down at her chest and says, "What?"
I mean to say that I understand your pain.
Oh, is that one of those metaphors?
If it was, would that be a good thing?
I don't know. I've never heard one.
Well, then of course it's a good thing.
Whoa.
Milady, I thought that this was the first time that we'd met you, but perhaps we have metaphor.
Oh, that almost hurt. as I was saying, uh, we are here to look after the matter of your husband's disappearance. Is there anything you can tell us that might help us remedy this situation?
He's not disappeared. He's been torn to ribbons.
We had heard he was missing.
His guts are all over the rhubarbs.
Oh, no.
See for yourself. Oh.
Was he defending you?
No, he was farming, you tit.
So he just left you defenseless while he went out and farmed?
No, I was farming too.
Oh.
And the beast took him. And I ran and I ran.
So far away?
So far away.
And you ran? You ran so far away? You had to get away?
Well, yeah.
He tousles his hair so it forms a little swoosh.
Where's that band from?
Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah.
Flock of
Where are they
seagulls?
from?
I think some of them are British, but I think one of them lives in Massachusetts. I think they are from England, but like the lead singer, the one with the swoosh. Last I heard, he was like a computer guy in.
Okay,
in
then
Boston somewhere.
it doesn't enter into our business if that's the case. Anyway, yeah, go and see for yourself. Oh, poor Randall.
Of course we will. We will avenge him.
Yeah. You heard her. Let's go check out her rhubarbs.
Yes. So I did sneak out earlier, and I just want to look around the village. So you mentioned that the monks were basically running the place. Is there an obvious church or monastery that I can see?
No, the Cluniac monks they're in charge
monks?
of the whole fiefdom.
Oh, okay.
So they're not in this particular hamlet.
Okay.
There is no church.
Okay. All right. Then I will await my two companions, and then I want to make our way to the rhubarb farm.
But since you brought up religion, what religion are you three, if any?
I mean, being a noble, I would imagine I would have to be Catholic at this point in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the two major religions would be Catholicism and Bryanism. I guess really Catholicism would be major. You wouldn't really call Bryanism major, but it's there.
Yeah.
Competing with Catholicism.
Sure.
But it's broken up into many, many different sects. So,
Middle sex.
okay, but you are Church of Rome.
Yes.
What about the other two, if any? You don't have
Jewish.
I'm whatever is required of me in the moment.
All right.
You have a flexible morality.
Mm-hmm.
I am flexible.
That's those character.
Okay. So, what's next?
Well,
Again, if there's no obvious church or monastery, I think we should go to the farm and look at the ribbons of rhubarb.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. As we leave the pub, I'll have kind of like mutter under my breath says, "Well, that could have gone better."
Great.
Or Chaz.
And let's see. Actually, Woosley, you've ingratiated yourself so well with Matilda with your kind gesture. She is going to pull you aside and tell you. I'll tell you what it is. God is angry with Middlesexians and punishing us for our sins. I mean, We all enjoy a group shag now and again, but maybe, just maybe, calling the county Middlesex was going too far.
I've never had a problem with a group shag, but one doesn't necessarily put it on the billboard.
I think that's where we went wrong. By the way, what's a billboard?
It's a device. I'm surprised you haven't had it with some of your random shaggings, but that's a whole. Save that for the sequel, and I'm just gonna walk away.
Great. Okay, so down the wooded lane to the rhubarb farm, and it's a simple affair on the west side of town. The house, it consists of a house, the rhubarb stables, and a shed, and then a two separate rhubarb fields, a south field and a north field. And what will you do?
Look for the field that seems to have the entrails.
All right. So it's clearly the north field. You can see at the edge of the North Rhubarb Meadow is the crime scene. There is no sign of a body, but there are guts strewn everywhere, entrails all over. On the edge of the field is the woods begin, and there are just guts strung all over the branches. It's a hideous scene, and so hideous that everyone is going to have to succeed on a valor or a purpose test, or you will run away in horror.
All right. Well, here's my dice rolling. Let's see if I do any better this time around. Yeah. Oh, that's a 9 for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use luck, but because it's valor, would I still get my +1 to that as well?
No, if you're using luck, you would only get whatever bonuses are apply to luck.
So luck or valor falls under bartistry. I could use my bartistry then for that?
No, valor's a whole separate trait.
Oh. So I would just get a +1 to that roll. So I'm going to use luck then.
All right.
I'm using luck as well, and I got a modified 13.
Great.
And that's going to be a D16 for luck. And I get a +1 on my luck roll. That's an 11.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Great. So all of you are extremely fortunate in that you've all, for whatever reason, in your childhood, were exposed to some kind of macabre ritual. So you're kind of inured to this. Unfortunately, Henry, who's been trundling along behind you all the time, is horrified, and he screams and spills his barrow of onions and goes running off. It's horrible. So now that you have, you're unaffected by the horror of the scene, you can investigate.
All right. I would like
It's
to
awful
use...
is awful.
I'm just going to say the thing, but I basically want to use the entrails to roll like a divine roll. So I'm going to use my sorcery to see if I can use my sorceress powers to divine something about the crime scene.
Okay. Can you be a little more specific?
So again, I'm going to gather the entrails up and then cast them like I'm casting bones, but I'm casting the entrails.
Great.
That is a 7.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got a little on your shit.
I can't hear you, Lewinica. You're really low still for me.
I said, I think he got a little on your shit.
Just a little bit.
What do you see, Toffee?
You cast the entrails on the ground into the dirt, which is your element, I believe.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
And when the dust settles, you through your arcane mysticism are able to immediately infer that these aren't guts; they're sausages.
Oh. I'm going to take a bite out of one.
Oh, that's not good.
It is delicious and raw.
'Tis but a sausage. I don't know, like let it flop in my hand in a very suggestive manner. I believe there's something afoot.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, where are the
And a
pedal
foul.
sheets?
Okay. Great. So you, being in such close proximity of these sausages, you see that the casings are stamped with initials.
Ooh. What are the initials?
QP.
QP. QP sausages.
QP sausage. QP.
And
Wait.
the other two, I guess, while he's doing this, you can tell that the all around the scene there are giant paw prints.
Like, what sort of paw prints, I guess?
That's a good question, and it will likely take some sort of knowledge of nature to.
I flip open the book to page 46.
Mm-hmm.
Pause.
The
And
book
then
of-
47 has actual paws on them. And I'm going to look to see if I can match up paws and the paws.
This is the book of Trojan woodland creatures.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So on the paw identification page, you see that there are wooden paw prints depicted, and you can tell quite clearly that these paw prints are possibly wooden, but they're definitely not organic. They're not. An animal didn't make those. They're sort of manufactured of some kind.
But the widow Matilda told you she saw this attack. Methinks she is full of shite.
But maybe it was a clever ruse.
A dramatic pause.
No, that was
No,
page
they're wooden.
46.
No, dramatic, right.
Dramatic pause.
See,
Come on, nothing?
Page 46 was pause,
Yeah.
You would not approve of bad puns? Is that...
and then page 47 is the actual animal pause.
Yes.
See,
No, Ewan's not super into wordplay. Sadly, because there have been some really good ones.
I'm a cunning linguist.
not his thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. So they're manufactured. They're fake. Maybe she was fooled. They're sausages, but it looks gory. Is this sauce or is it real blood?
Oh, it's real blood, but they're blood sausages. It's just
It's blood sausages.
yeah.
No.
But it
This is a banger of a case.
mhm.
Well, I would imagine if the sausages are stamped QP, is there some way to tell, everybody that lives in the town and what their names may be? Like, is there a registry?
A census.
I could use my senses.
Yeah.
Use the census to tell when the
you can-
census was taken last.
You could ask Henry.
Henry.
He's cowering. He's cowering behind a tree, looking over.
It's blood sausage. It's not real.
Oh,
Well, it's real, but it's not person real. It's fake.
you mean Randall was filled with sausages?
Maybe.
I doubt that seriously. And if he was, we're not here to kink shame. Come on over, my friend.
Oh, all right.
Do you know somebody in town with the initials QP?
Who makes sausages?
Right. So,
Optionally.
sorry to answer a question with a question. What's an initial?
So,
Do
their
you know
first...
anybody whose name begins with a Q?
Quincy, Quigley.
Oh,
Quentin.
I can't read, but yeah, we've got a guy, the Sausage Meister.
Yeah.
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
What's his name?
His name's Quippy Picklehard.
There we go. Quippy
Must be a
Picklehard.
younger man.
So, yeah, he makes really good sausages.
I agree.
Have one.
Where could we find Mr. Picklehard?
Oh, his Sausage Meister's shop's just in town.
Would you show it to us?
Right. So,
I'm going to help him scoop up his onions.
Thanks. That's nice of you.
We're all friends here.
I'm going to hand him the bucket of questionable bodily fluids and ask him if he would carry that to us in town, please. I'm looking for a new manservant. Could you carry this?
What's it pay?
Very well.
Oh,
Sausages. Scoop up some sausages.
oh, we're paying sausages. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Perfect.
I say, fuck onions.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, don't, but
Yeah.
I've had enough. So he leads you back down the lane, and and to the door of the Sausage Meister's shop and his house. He sleeps up on the second floor, but it is busy. Not with customers, but Quippy himself is very, very busy grinding up those sausages. He's got them strung all over the place, and he is worked up quite a sweat.
You know, gents, I would say that I would try to command him to address us using the authority of the crown. But to be frank, the authority of the crown has not done me well today. So perhaps one of you could be nice to him.
All right. So,
Like to place an order, sir?
so this Quippy is a poorly disguised fairy person.
I see.
And he is taking a break from grinding sausages to enjoy a snack of ground beetles on toast, and so he's got his fairy wings strapped down, and he's walking in very high heeled boots to try and appear person sized. And he says, hi. Welcome to Quippy's. Very busy. What do you want?
You make good sausages.
Yeah, I know.
Someone has mangled a large amount of your sausages and left them in the field where somebody has gone missing.
Oh, sorry, don't know anything about that. Really busy, getting lots and lots of large orders of late.
Yes, I hear that. So, did you recently make any deliveries to Randall's rhubarb farm?
Randall Ruat. No, nothing like that. I've been getting rather large orders from an anonymous customer, and they only pay in silver tea trays. It's unusual, but
You seem very busy and overworked. Perhaps we could assist
where
by
do they
making
pick
your
up
next
these orders?
delivery of these sausages for you.
oh, that would be wondrous. Oh, it'd be such a help.
Yeah. So where should we deliver them?
So, the customer has me drop all of the sausages off in the Weasel Tanner's hovel in the woods outside of town.
Fantastic. Well, if you will gather them up, we will deliver them post haste.
Oh, bless you. Oh, that's wonderful.
We take payment half up front and half when we return with your receipts.
But I just said we'd do it for free.
Oh, you said free?
Yes.
We should consult on these things further. Tell you what, quarter up front, and we'll give you and we'll scratch the rest of it.
What's the charge?
Couple playing cards.
Couple.
Playing cards.
Oh. Oh, sorry. I've only got naughty pictures.
So
We'll take 'em.
Right.
Please.
You are. So he hands over a sheaf of Middlesex naughty pictures as his currency, and points you in the direction of the Weasel Tanner's hovel in the woods outside of town. I guess Goodman Henry can lead you there as well.
fantastic.
It would seem like the Weasel Tanner is probably where a lot of the naughty pictures came from. Like that sounds like the kind of place
Yeah, I
naughty
want to
pictures.
inspect the naughty pictures. Just, any
Very close
details
Yeah.
that I could turn upside down, because sometimes that helps. Is there anything I can glean from these pictures?
I'd say your pickle's hard.
I mean, I would agree with that.
Yeah. And so,
So we made it weird. Got it. Good.
Yeah, so we made it weird. Thanks. You did that. Yes. Okay. All right. With my hardened pickle, we will make our way to the Tanner's house.
right, walking gingerly,
He's walking weird. Yeah.
you find your way to the Weasel Tanner's hovel, and as you're approaching this rundown, obviously abandoned shack, you can hear some very strange noises.
Is it a weird sucking sound?
Sadly, no.
Oh, okay.
It's
So it's not a vampire. That's what I was going for.
it sounds ritualistic.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And it is taking place on the other side of the Weasel Tanner's hovel. You can't see; it's in on the other side of the hovel. There's a little ravine, and you can hear down there some strange noises.
All right. Can I decipher the language or the words of the sounds? Like, is it a ritual I'd be familiar with as a sorcerer or as a druid?
Aha!
Have a tune like a hymn or something that goes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a hymnal. Like,
You have druidry?
I have a hymnal.
No, but that was the religion I chose for myself, is that I'm a druid.
Okay.
But I have no mechanical relationship to that religion.
That's fine. It sounds, it's certainly pagan,
Okay.
but though you are familiar with druidry in general, this is it's not a ritual you recognize.
Okay. All right.
They
I will
say
share with my companions. I believe there's some sort of pagan ritual occurring on the other side of this hovel.
they say that a ritual on the other side of a weasel tannery is where the next king will come from.
It's prophecy.
Prophecy.
Yes.
It's written. And it'll tap the Domesday Book.
Whether it's written or not, it doesn't matter until it has a theme song. Allow me.
Hold on. They don't take kindly to bardistry here in town, and perhaps we should not alert whoever the weasel tannery pagans perhaps should not be alerted to our presence with your delicate trumpet playing.
Then perhaps I should play it in soft clapping. Maybe? No?
Right.
It's hard to get a melody with just percussion.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But hard.
Was there something in a particular effect you were hoping to cause with that? Or was it just stick?
Just actually getting Josh to fall over because, like, I'm absurd. That was really all I was going for.
And
Yeah.
successful.
Well, it was honestly, it was more the wait. Are you actually trying to do something with that?
No.
Yes.
No.
I have strategery. The character has strategery. Lewanika, no strategery.
No street. Okay. Henry, follow me. We are going to make our way around the hovel.
Okay. And what is the manner of your making of your way?
More of a sachet?
Okay.
Prance, perhaps?
Not
I can sachet.
not overtly stealthy.
Correct.
Right.
Like, I'm not trumpeting my arrival, as some might want, but I'm also not sneaky.
Okay.
I will
So,
follow. Yeah.
as you near the hovel, you can see in an open window that there's a large stack of tea trays
Yes.
there, and all of them have been impaled. They all have a hole punched in them.
Okay.
And as you round,
Can I ask how big the hole is?
oh
Is it girthy or is it like
no,
tiny?
it's looks like something fairly narrow has
Okay.
penetrated the tray.
Your words, not mine.
And you come across, you and Henry come
Henry.
look down into the ravine and onto a ceremony that is devilishly strange. So you hear Henry say, "It's Randall." And poor Randall the rhubarb farmer, he is tied to an altar made of pantomime horse dung. And surrounding him are members of a cult performing various roles. So there is the arch druid, Queen Guinevere herself, performing a ceremonial tea tray sacrifice.
What?
There is, it looks like the second fellow in charge is dressed as a pantomime goose with a bow that he's playing like a fiddle with a bow. And there are 9 cult members, and in 2 of them are in a pantomime tiger costume, and several others are in pantomime horse costumes, and they're capering madly. One of the horse costumes is only half full, only the front end. The back end is empty and awaiting the indoctrination of the newest cult member, which it looks like is meant to be poor Randall. Now, this scene is so strange that you are going to have to make a purpose test. However,
I'm indifferent to purpose.
so you are.
Right, man. Carry on.
Yep. So the perversion of pagan religion is you're completely unaffected by the strangeness of this. But you can see that this ritual is driving poor Randall crackers. And he's, well, yeah. So what will you do?
All right. So has the Count and the Troubadour followed me,
Yes.
or am I there with just Henry?
No, I followed.
No,
you.
I sashayed right behind you.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, great.
All right.
Well, then they will have to check their purpose.
Yes.
That's fine. I can do that.
I'll await your purpose roll.
And this is a defense, so I can use luck again?
Sure.
Now, I don't have purpose, but because of my wisdom in the ways of science, I always have a -1 on purpose. So I would still roll this minus the 1. Is that correct?
If you substitute luck, then no.
Okay, excellent.
That's a 4 on my
wanting to
purpose roll.
subtract things, but woo! 16, stroofed it.
Oh, you struthed it. Well, that means you have to roll the next bigger die and add that to it.
And that's an 18, correct?
Correct.
Let me bring that up. I think even my dice roller does not have an 18. So you said roll a d20 and re-roll under certain circumstances?
19 or 20. Yeah.
Yeah. Just re-roll if you get above an 18.
Just got a 1.
Oh,
All right. So 17 is your luck roll. And amazingly, you've avoided the demerit that would come with having a result of 20 or more. Unfortunately, the Count has not done so well, and he is somewhat daunted by this scene. So you are going to suffer one bit of loony.
Another one, huh? I am also going crackers.
yes.
Or you can choose to have one of your accoutrements take that damage instead.
I will take my hymnal. Will take it. That seems appropriate.
It does. So
This book is no good here.
you grab it, and your all of your belief in the hymnal is gone. You destroy it. Say this is worthless. But in doing so, you relieve the anxiety that was building up, threatening to cost you some loony.
Well, I'm glad to have relieved myself behind the weasel tannery.
Right. So let's see. You weren't particularly stealthy in your approach. So let's have a quick check. Okay. Well, they're fully engaged in their ritual, so you can have a go.
Okay. I will turn to the Count.
Yes.
They seem to be fully engaged. Some might even say engorged in the ritual. What should we do?
We should wield the royal authority vested in us by our king, and command them to stop such pagan activities.
Yes.
Take your authority in both hands and wield it toward them, sir.
I will shake my authority at them.
And while he does that, I will shake my moneymaker, the trumpet.
So I think
Herald me, my good man.
Go ahead. In case it's not clear, this is your boss battle. So I would just encourage you to, or remind you that you do have spiffing serious abilities at your disposal. Should you feel like
a question about my spiffing serious ability, because I can summon an army with my spiffing serious ability, but for the most part, they don't come until next session. So
no. The next session thing is when that ability recharges.
Oh, so got it. Well, let me see if I can
Spiff
command
it!
them into stopping first. And then if I can't command them into stopping, then I will summon the army. Because the problem is that, like, you look at me like all skeptical and say, why aren't you summoning the army now? Summoning an army is not easy.
No.
There
I'm
are a
not-
great many things on that list.
Definitely not suggesting that you
Yeah.
use spiffing serious abilities. Just don't forget them because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can backfire too.
I'm saying he should.
I mean, I have a 2 out of 3 chance of not actually getting an army.
Excellent odds.
Let me command them to stop first of all and see what. So I would like to use authority to go ahead and but by the power vested in me by the crown and by the Holy Father in Rome, I command you to stop such abomination. I'm just gonna take my headset off and go now.
Spammed it. That's a spam if I ever saw it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take a demerit.
Yeah, sure.
Should have taken the
And,
slide trombone.
It's actually going to be a double demerit
Yeah.
because you've pulled rank and
I did.
Gotten all bossy like.
Yeah, I sure did. Yeah.
Okay, how about our enchanter and our troubadour?
Troubadour, go first. I feel like you've got this is your time to shine.
Yeah, the troubadour is going to ease on down the trail towards them, blaring the trumpet to frighten them away and scare them out of their foolishness.
Okay.
And boldly trumpeting the ride of the Valkyries as I descend upon them.
Okay, great. Let's have your bardistry roll.
Excellent. And that's a D16. Oh, that's going to be a 4.
Mm-hmm. So, Woosley, I think that a spiffing serious ability would allow you to kind of target everyone. I think if you're just doing the old regular thing, I think that you would be able to target either the queen or her pantomime goose lieutenant or the all of the pantomime cult members.
I would have been trying to get the biggest bang for the buck in this particular case. I would have been trying to get all of them to scatter.
I know. I'm saying you need to choose between to affect all of them. You'd have to use your spiffing serious ability. But if you're just using a bardistry thing, then it'd be just one of either the leader, the lieutenant, or all of the cult members. Okay.
So like at 3 options, if I just use bardistry, spiffing serious okay. So I guess I would be trying for the spiffing serious. And what would I be rolling for that?
Oh,
D30.
That's a D30. So you're going to channel your muse.
Yes.
To try and create some incredible moment of grace.
That is a 16 on the die.
Right. So now it's checking the table and telling us what the result is.
Moved minimally. She'll alter one person's perception of you slightly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after several hours of running, stretching, lip rolls.
All right. Let's see how
That's
this
when it
works.
recharges. Yeah.
Okay. So you've altered Guinevere's perception of you slightly. So instead of seeing you as an immediate threat, and Guinevere, the way she's sacrificing T-Trace, she has a gigantic crossbow that she impales. It's more like a harpoon gun that she impales the things with. She doesn't see you as an immediate threat. such as your channeling of your muse. And now the enchanter.
So I will stomp my foot, say, "What now? Stop all this fuckery." And I will use my spifting ability to try to cause, you said they're in like a
Ravine.
ravine. Since mine is earth, I'm going to try to cause kind of like an avalanche. I'm not going to like try to kill them, but like just cause them to fall off their footing and, stumble and disrupt the ritual.
Great.
And that is a 22.
Okay, that should be pretty good.
Yeah. Which is briefly bent to your will, a fireball, powerful wave, a forceful buffet, or a flying boulder. So I will send a flying boulder at Guinevere.
Okay. Okay. So that 22 is good. That flying boulder, Guinevere herself is a dummy, and she actually before this hits her, the Monarch, you having looked upon this Queen Guinevere,
Yes.
you need to choose whether to make either a chastity or a purpose roll.
I will make a purpose roll.
All right, let's have that.
That's a 5.
Okay. You, just as this boulder is about to crush her, well, I guess you said you weren't going for lethality, but at least smack her into the wall of the ravine. You look upon her glorious visage,
Boulders,
and you fall in love with her. Now, since you chose purpose and failed, your love is more platonic, knightly devotion. It's not sort of carnal lust.
For sure. Yes.
But you, as do many knights of the realm, immediately feel pledged to her. And you feel this well up inside you, just as the enchanter's boulder smacks her, sends her harpoon gun flying, and leaves her oddly no facial expression. She makes no noise as this hits her, being pantomime, and she is well and truly taken out of this particular fight, and the ritual is disrupted as well, which means no one has to take additional bits of loony as the weirdness is going on. Now, clearly, all of the remaining druids are well aware of you now, and they are going to attack.
Yeah. Well, as they are running out of the ravine, then I would like to go ahead and summon my army, if I may.
Oh, you haven't taken a. You haven't.
I did not. The first time around. First time around, I tried to just command them with authority to go ahead and tell them not to go ahead and do anything. Yeah. Now it's their turn.
So on y'all's next turn, you can have a go with the army. In the meantime, the deputy archdruid,
I wanted to just call them.
Pogo, who's dressed as a pantomime goose, is going to fire his bow at, well, surely it's the enchanter who's taken out his beloved queen.
Totally,
yes, of course.
Aim for the mage, yeah.
Okay, he's a again. All right, so that's going to be a fires his bow at you, and it's going to take some nimbleness.
Okay,
dodge it.
That is a 7 on my nimbleness.
Okay, you have dodged it well and truly.
Aha!
And as for the remaining druids, this is Drury, as in Drury Lane, druids, which is why it sounds strange when I say it. They actually continue capering madly. in fact, it increases in urgency as they realize they have very little time left to complete the ceremony and convert Rhubarb, who will then take his place in the rear of the final pantomime horse. And so for all of you, that does mean it's a purpose test as you see the strangeness of all this. Now, the enchanter has already passed this. If you've already passed it once, you don't have to do this again.
Okay.
If you have not, then it'll be a purpose as these pantomime horses continue capering.
That's a 5 for me.
All right. Bit of loony.
Hey, Monica, what'd you get for your roll, buddy?
I passed the last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. I'm the only one that has not passed. Yeah. I am gonna.
So they're done. So yeah, now it's over to you guys.
Instead of taking my bit of loony, can I once again use one of my accoutrements?
Yep.
My beloved wooden bucket. I'm going to give up my beloved wooden bucket.
The bucket?
The ancestral bucket.
The ancestral bucket.
The ancestral bucket down the ravine.
Yeah, exactly. Punt it at the looniness.
It's just so strange. I can't. And you punt it away. It shatters. But you avoid the bit of loony. And now it's over to you guys for
all right.
Your next bit of daring do.
Since clearly they are not going to subscribe to good thought here, I'm going to summon my army. So, 30 roll. It's a 15. So I get a guy named Roderick. He also has a bucket on his head. He clearly related. No.
So your army is, in fact, just this one fellow named Roderick.
A guy named Roderick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's here to serve, my lord.
Yep. Perfect. Make sure that they don't shoot me.
Right. On it, my lord. He goes trundling down the ravine, wielding, I think he's got a big spoon or something.
There's a ladle. Exactly. Yeah.
Large ladle. And so he will, you said, make sure he didn't shoot me. So that means Pogo that he's going to be going after. So let's have you make an authority roll.
I like it.
To see how well you command this fellow.
All right. Authority is
soup to nuts.
It's a 12. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. So he runs up to the pantomime goose and gives him a right good buffet on the head with his large ladle, and Pogo is defeated by Roderick.
Woohoo!
And down he goes. So that means that only the...
So he was given a good Rogering, you might say?
Good Rodericking?
Rodericking, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll knight you for that.
So you've still got the remaining cult members to deal with.
Yep.
All right. Woosley.
Woosley will, because he was headed down, he's actually in the ravine. He will stand over Randall, and he will dazzle in circles of song and dance and music, and blare his trumpet at everyone, releasing the spit valve to blind them.
Okay.
Gross.
Sounds like using bardistry again. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let's have it.
All right. That's a 6.
Mm-hmm. Them rolled together.
Spit take that, and spit take that. Spectate thee. Spectate thou.
Okay, great. So you have spit taken.
Spit took
half of the remaining cult members. You sprayed spittle in the pantomime horse's eyes, which strangely blinds the people who are inside the costumes, and the horses split apart, and they're running in all directions. They shall caper no more on this day, which leaves it to the enchanter to mop up.
All right. So Toffee. So again, just to kind of set the scene, was there like music, like a chanting sort of thing? Has the chanting all died away?
The chanting part is done. It was the pantomime goose was playing sort of fiddle with his bow, and there was chanting going on. Now it's just silent capering of these pantomime horses.
Okay. I'm going to use my sorcery to cast a spell to cause the rest of the pantomime horses to hear an offbeat to disrupt their rhythm.
All right, great.
And that is a 9 on my sorcery roll.
Okay. Okay, that will do it, sir. You've conjured probably through the earth some kind of discordant beat that sends disrupts their carefully choreographed pantomime capering, and causes those horses to split up and go madly in opposite directions. And this particular cult of Druids is well and truly defeated, and the pantomime tiger, being one of the defeated Druids, is also no more. So you have both solved the mystery and defeated the perpetrators.
Off with you then.
And
Well,
the only two bits of remaining business will be that the Count is madly in love with
Guinevere, right? So that's I was gonna say. I'm gonna run down to her. My love, I am so sorry. My friend threw a rock at you. I apologize. And I'll start reciting like Shakespeare at her.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws near.
A rose by any other name may it will smell so sweet.
Which are you doing a sonnet? Or are you quoting a play?
I'm quoting the opening line from Midsummer Night's Dream.
Right.
Theseus to Hippolyta.
Oh, it should have been Macbeth. Take a demerit.
Oh, come on. The black play, you can't even say that.
So, but I will try to like cradle her in my arms and woo her, whisper sweet nothings into her ear, and I will feed her cheese from my own purse.
A touching scene as the curtain closes on our program. The final bit of business is at the end of every program session. It is incumbent upon us to provide a title for this program, so the chaps up in program control know how to categorize this. So we'll leave it to you three to come up. How do you title this particular episode of the program?
Pack the loony. No.
I would of course suggest calling it something like, The Folly of Count Nicholas or something like that. Because I could not, because I could not roll beyond a 1 on any of the fancy dice that I bought today. So that was
The Tragedy of Count Nicholas and the Doom. What was your manservant's name?
Oh,
Chaz.
The Doom. What was his last name?
Yeah,
Chazmonger.
And the Doom of Monger.
I like it.
Ooh, no, Doom of Monger. The Tragedy of Count Nicholas.
Yeah.
Should we incorporate sausages or tigers in there?
The Blood Sausage Doom of Count Nicholas. No,
I like it.
The Blood Sausage Doom of Monger. The Tragic Fall of Count Nicholas.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Brilliant.
Thusly titled, you have achieved great glory in your quest, and more importantly, hopefully, you have learned a great deal about English history, which is, of course, what we're here for.
Exactly.
I mean,
yes.
Goodness. Brian, first of all, thank you very much for running this for us, Brian. Sure. I do not think that I have ever played a game quite like this.
No. Yeah, that was unique. One of one.
I found myself having so much fun with figuring out when I wanted to be thoroughly absurd and then when I wanted to like do the thing kind of in universe and just like, but not doing it absurd, like quote unquote for the one liner, but taking one liners when they neatly felt like I really had no choice but to go with Midsummer Night's Dream. Like that was just, for me, that was the thing. And unfortunately, my head of light entertainment.
Well, he's a Scotsman.
He's a Scotsman, and I did think about that, but I'm like, no, this called for one thing, and I am a troubadour. I am true to my muse, as it were.
And the way that you guys were coming up with so much good wordplay, there are heads of light entertainment that would have just been showering you with merits for all of those. You and as a head of light entertainment, particularly when there's a monarch or a noble and there's a lot of browbeating, it tends to be demerit filled.
It gets hard.
That was hard.
Yeah, they might be a little bit soured to that, perhaps.
Could be, but you actually only suffered. Well, you had the double beshroomment, but
I did. Yeah.
So I guess that
I was close. I had 4 demerits at the end. I wasn't going to make it much further.
Oh, okay.
I got up to the end.
Not only had I reached 5, I had another 3 already. So I was on my way to a second one. So this was not. This was.
But see, that's more props to you for sticking with the character as conceived.
Absolutely.
So if you get 5 merits, is there an opposite of like the beshroomment?
No, but merits can cancel demerits.
Oh, okay.
And they can also buy you extra dice for a roll.
Okay.
So those are
that would have been nice.
Yeah.
I rolled well. Like I don't think I failed anything. I rolled mid to good on everything, which is it's fine, but also sometimes I like to screw up just to see what happens.
I will tell you what happens.
A giant slip stumps you. Yes.
Because I don't think I have ever in a single session rolled as badly as I did tonight. So kudos. That was
I just appreciate it was a giant foot in a sock because I don't often get to make an Old Orchard Beach reference in game. But I always love the opportunities to do so when I do.
So for reference, Brian, Old Orchard Beach, Maine is a very popular with French Canadian tourists walking around in sandals and black socks,
dark socks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there were a few references that had you guys rolling, and I was just.
Those of us who have spent any time in Maine would have gotten that one.
No, that's fine. I mean, I was enjoying seeing you guys. I mean, nothing was lost on you guys. Like all your references were caught.
Perfect.
This is great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for running. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate the invitation.
Absolutely.
Glad to do it.
Yeah. So for one last time, can you let us know where can folks get a copy of the Cocurricular Medieval Reenactment program? Where can they pick it up?
Yeah. So it's out now. It should be at your friendly local game store. And if it's not there, it's probably on the way, depending on what's happening with the distributor. Mm-hmm. You can order it directly from Exalted Funeral at MontyPythonRPG.com. I think it's on Amazon and other places too. Cool. So it is out there in the world. In all of its strange glory.
All of its strange glory, yeah.
With lots of different bits and bobs with the dice and the edible entertainment screen and the
So we didn't even play Fetch a Lavash. And
the Fetch a Lavash board, which, didn't
there's a whole side
come into play on this one.
So, and what else? What's next for Crowbar Creative? Like, what do you guys got working on?
Working on a board game, which is almost which will be announced shortly.
Okay.
That's the thing in the hopper. Hopefully, going to be doing some expansions of this.
Nice.
We've got a couple of things lined up already, and it's just a matter of hopefully seeing if it's well received, and if people like it, and we think there's an opportunity there. People, if there's a market for it. We have lots of content, and we want very much to keep making stuff for this, but
excellent.
We have to make sure people don't hate it first.
Right. Yeah. There is that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I will reiterate from our first interview episode where the book itself is just gorgeous. So I think anyone who is a fan of Monty Python would want the book just to have like as a table, like coffee table sort of book beyond the game itself. And again, I really thought the mechanics, I was pretty impressed with some of the different ways that you were able to build on the theme and actually encourage the type of storytelling that this world needs. So I think this is definitely a game folks should check out. It may not be for everyone. That's fair. But like I was one of the people that when I first saw the Kickstarter, I was a little like, what is this? And having spoken with you and now reviewed the book, I really wish I had jumped on the Kickstarter. So I missed out. But I have the opportunity to rectify that now that it is in stores.
That's true. Yeah. But thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that. It was, I would have had the same reaction if I heard someone was making this thing as you. So I certainly understand the initial skepticism and appreciate you giving it a shot anyway. So just glad it was, glad you enjoyed it, especially with your kind of varying levels of Python devotion. Josh is a huge fan, and
just a dork. Yeah,
I am more than most people are aware of. I think Josh is well aware of how bad I am, but I'm pretty much all in. I'm looking forward to bringing this with me when I go to a catacon, and maybe the Thursday night when we all get together, we might do a little something with it. Or
nice.
When we're kicking around. I think that something like that with that crowd would be great. Great fun.
Yeah. Well, you guys will actually have your physical books. I've actually got them in the mail, so they're actually on their way to you. So
I'm super excited about that. Yes.
So, very jazzed.
So.
But this was a lot of fun. It is definitely something that I will enjoy playing again. As much fun as I had with the Troubadour, now I'm very interested in playing some of the different ones.
Sure.
The different situations. The Knave sounds ridiculously fun to me, and like. When we were building characters last week, I actually picked out the 3 that I wanted to do the most, and I kind of put them in the order that I wanted to go with. And like, because if somebody grabs one, I won't play the same thing. I'll just grab one of the other ones. So and in order, I had the Troubadour, the Knave, and the Noble. Josh took the Noble one. Like, okay, so I'm good. And Michael immediately went for the Sorcerer, which I probably should have known.
On brand for me,
yeah, very much on brand. And, me playing a bard, come on. What else was I going to do?
Right.
I love the Troubadour, and that was it was a lot of fun to be ridiculous and do different things. I was even channeling Josh's old roommate a little bit with the trumpet bit. And
I like it.
That was for you, John. That was, I took out cultists with the spit valve.
I love it. That's fantastic.
That's just living, baby. That's just living.
All right. Well, let's put a lid on this tonight. Thank you again, Brian, for popping by and running the game with us. And a lot of fun, ton of fun. Go check it out. This is the Monty Python Cocurricular Medieval Reenactment Program. See, I got it right twice in a row because I remembered it written here on the character sheet. So,
yes, folks, he can be taught.
All right, everybody. That's our show for tonight. Thanks so much for listening. And we'll see you again next week.